Today I will discuss on a very important issue that is a problem for 98% of the world. Wealth. Concentrate on wealth. It was never for man to be poor. When wealth is acquired under the right circumstances, it broadens one's horizons. Everything has a monetary worth. There is a good and a negative use for everything. The mind's forces, such as riches, can be used for good or evil. Forces will be recreated with a little rest. Too much sleep leads to sluggishness and brainless, hazy yearnings. You are abusing your forces if you acquire wealth unjustly from others, yet, if your prosperity comes from the correct sources, you will be blessed. We may improve ourselves and humanity by accumulating wealth. Many people aspire to be wealthy. As a result, it encourages them to work harder. They yearn for it so that they can dress and live in a style that will attract friends. They would not be as conscious of their environment if they did not have companions. The truth is that the more attractive we and our surroundings are, the more motivating their influences are. Being surrounded by unfavorable and uncomfortable situations is not helpful to proper thinking. So the first step toward accumulating wealth is to surround yourself with useful influences, to claim a cultural environment for yourself, immerse yourself in it, and be shaped by its influences. The vast majority of outstanding men throughout history have been wealthy. They've either made or inherited a large sum of money. They couldn't have done what they did if they didn't have money. A man who works physically arduous labor is unlikely to have the same lofty ambitions as a man who enjoys comparative relaxation. The majority of the time, wealth is the result of hard work. It is not, however, entirely the outcome of being diligent. Thousands of people work hard but never achieve financial success. Others become wealthy with far less effort. Another step in accumulating wealth is to see possibilities. A man can be as hardworking as he wants to be, but if he doesn't use his mental faculties, he will be a laborer who will be guided by the one who makes good use of his mental faculties. No one can become wealthy in a normal lifetime by simply conserving their money. Many people scrimp and save their entire lives, squandering all of their vitality and energy in the process. For instance, I have a friend who used to walk to work. He traveled for an hour and returned in an hour. He could have gotten in his car and driven away in 20 minutes. He was saving 10 cents a day but wasting an hour and a half of his time. It wasn't a very profitable investment unless the time spent exercising brought him significant health benefits. The same amount of time spent concentrating on overcoming his unfavorable business environment may have firmly placed his foot on the path to success. One of the biggest mistakes made by many people in our generation is associating with others who fail to recognize or nurture the best in them. When the social side of life is developed too exclusively, as it often is, and recreation or entertainment becomes the primary motivation in a person's life, he develops habits of extravagance rather than economy, habits of wasting rather than conserving his physical, mental, moral, and spiritual resources. As a result, he lacks right drive, his God-given powers and forces are undeveloped, and he invariably brings poor judgment to bear on all of life's higher interactions, while his financial fortune is undeserved. It appears to be a part of life's tragedy that these people must be taught such terrible lessons before they can comprehend the forces and laws that govern life. Few people profit from other people's mistakes. They must go through things for themselves and then utilize what they've learned to rebuild their lives. Any man who has ever achieved anything has never done a lot of detail work over extended periods of time. He requires his time to think. He does not carry out his responsibilities in the same manner as yesterday, but instead strives to improve his techniques via intentional and concentrated effort. I went to a prosperity talk the other day. I was aware that the lecturer had been practically broke for the previous 10 years. I was interested in what he had to say. He was a natural public speaker. He may have helped some of his listeners, but he had not benefited from his own teachings. I introduced myself and inquired if he adhered to his principles. He stated that he did. I inquired if he had become successful as a result of their efforts. He stated that this was not the case. I inquired as to why. He replied that he believed he was doomed to a life of poverty. In less than a half hour, I demonstrated why poverty had always been his companion. He was dressed shabbily. He gave his lectures in deplorable conditions. He attracted poverty as a result of his actions and views. He had no idea that his ideas and surroundings had a negative impact on him. A thoughts are moving forces, enormous powers. I explained. Wealthy thoughts attract prosperity. As a result, if you want riches, you must attract the forces that will assist you in obtaining it. Your thoughts attract thoughts that are similar to yours. If you think about poverty, you will attract poverty. If you decide to be affluent, you will embed this belief in all of your mental energies, and you will achieve your goal. Many people believe that if you have money, it is simple to make additional money. However, this isn't always the case. 90% of guys who start a company fail. Money will not allow one to collect much more unless he is taught to seek out and utilize suitable investment opportunities. If he inherits money, there's a good risk he'll lose it. If he has created it, he not only understands its worth, but he has also gained the ability to use it as well as create more if he loses it. Today's business success relies on vision, sound judgment, grit, firm resolve, and a clear mission. Never forget, though, that thinking is a force as real as electricity. Let your ideas be such that you can't help but smile. The man who strives to get whatever he can from others for free becomes so self-centered and ungrateful that he does not even appreciate his gains. Every day, we witness examples of this. What we take from others will be taken from us in turn. All commitments must be met in a fair and consistent manner. We won't be able to achieve perfection until we've completed all of our responsibilities. We're all aware of this, so why not give a fair exchange for all we get? I'll say it again, surrounding yourself with positive influences good thoughts, excellent health, a pleasant home and business environment, and successful business associates is the first and last stage in accumulating riches. Cultivate your acquaintance with powerful men by all means necessary. Bring your business thoughts into alignment with theirs. This will make your society desirable, and once you've built close friendships with clean, respected men of wealth, commit your surplus profits, however little, to them for investment until you've developed the initiative and business ability to properly handle your own investments. By this time, you will have found your place in life through such partnerships, which will not be among men of little parts if you have correctly focused on and utilized your opportunities. Once you've established expertise, you'll enjoy using a portion of it to make the path you used to get to your current position easier for others who come after you. If you can merely use the energy in your intellect, you will be able to break free from your rut and climb far up the mountain of success. You're probably aware that gasoline in an automobile's engine does not drive the vehicle until a spark ignites the gasoline. The same is true of man's mentality. We're not talking about geniuses here, but normal, capable folks. Each of them possesses the mental capacity to overcome the term impossible and enter the prosperous nation beyond. And the spark that makes the energy function comes from hope, self-confidence, and a desire to do something.